Hello lovelies, this will be my first podcast that I'll be doing in today's video. I'm going to be sharing length retention tips that I think is very important to grow curly hair. Okay, so if you have curly hair, this video is for you. Please watch till the end to hear these length retention tips on natural curly hair. The first one is deep conditioning. Now, I know that deep conditioning is not just putting a plastic on top of your head and hoping for the best. You actually have to apply your product, wear a plastic on top of your head, and sit under a hooded dryer with indirect heat that is going to allow the shaft to open up and allowing whatever you have put on your hair to actually enter inside. So by doing that, you are strengthening your hair from within. So deep conditioning must have indirect heat, okay? If you want to actually have length retention, because sometimes dry hair, we face a lot of dry hair because we are not really getting inside the hair shaft, strengthening it from within. So that's why sometimes we find ourselves on the same plateau. Our hair is not growing because we're not deep conditioning with heat. The second one is don't cut your hair. I know that a lot of people, they go to salons and then they have their hair cut. How are you really going to retain length if you keep on cutting your hair? Literally, my hair was damaged. I had a setback, okay, a few months ago, but I did not cut my ends. My hair is actually going very strong from the root to tip. That's what people don't want you to know. They don't want you to know that. They just want to tell you to cut off your hair. And you continue to cut and cut and cut until you are actually wondering, why am I still on the same length? Am I not taking away split ends? But why am I still on this stage? You are cutting, sis. Drop the scissors and start oiling your ends right now. Drop down the scissors. Seriously, you don't have to continuously cut off your hair. You can actually take care of your ends on a daily basis, which I'm going to talk about later on in the video. But you don't have to continuously cut your hair because you are cutting away the growth that you are getting. Imagine you only get half an inch a month and you are cutting that half an inch. How are you going to see any length in a month? How are you going to see length in a month? So think about it. So don't cut off your hair. All right. Now, the third length retention tip for natural curly hair is that do protective styling. Protective styling will give your hair a little bit of rest. All right. Rest is needed. Rest is needed for our hair. Continuously manipulating our hair will make the hair weak and it will start breaking off. Okay, so there are times for touching. There are also times for not touching. So the times that you are touching your hair is whereby you are washing your hair, doing your routine, and then after that you put your hair away. You're no longer like touching it and doing this and that. Now, what I call manipulation on natural curly hair is when you are combing on a daily basis. Every morning you're combing your hair, you are styling it differently every day. That is constant manipulation. But if you put your hair in a bun and then the whole week you're wearing that bun, you're not combing your hair, that is not manipulation because you're not really getting in there with the comb and combing. So protective styling is one of those things that will help with length retention because everyone wants that length, wants their hair to grow longer. There are people out there who don't want their hair to grow longer. They just want healthy hair. But most of us, we want longer hair. So these are the length retention tips that you need to know when you're starting on your natural hair journey. So the fourth tip, which I think is very, very important, it's oiling your ends. You guys, I can tell you from experience, I have been oiling my ends on a regular basis. And the oil that I have been using is infused with henna. I've talked about this in my earlier videos. My ends are just so curly. They are so strengthened with that oil. Oils are so good for reducing friction on your ends. So if you see that your ends are always tangling up, knotting, and causing a lot of single strand knots, start oiling your ends. You will see what I'm talking about. Your ends will be so moisturized. They will not break off. They will not tangle a lot. You know, way back, my ends used to tangle so much. And I would wonder, why is my ends tangling like this? Because I wouldn't oil my ends. I wasn't oiling my ends. on a regular basis. So that's why it was happening like that. So I started oiling my ends. You guys, I can tell you right now, my ends are so strong. They don't break off the way they used to, okay? I'm not saying they don't break off, but I'm saying the breakage is a bit much better than what it was before. All right, now the other tip as well that I want you to know with length retention on curly hair is that you have to tuck away your ends. Don't always walk around with your ends saying, hi, hello, a Merry Christmas, hi guys. Please, those ends must be tucked away. This is so important, because when you tuck away your ends, let's say you have moisturized your hair, you have sealed in the moisture, and then you tuck your ends away. When you actually unravel those ends, maybe after 3 days, you actually see that your ends are still moisturized because of the tucking away that you did. So tucking away the ends will actually protect the ends from drying out. So if you do this on a regular basis, you start seeing that your hair will get longer and longer because there's no friction on the ends of your hair. And whilst I'm on that tip, I would also recommend you not to have your hair down. Always tuck it up, because when your hair is down, it's rubbing against your t-shirt, it's rubbing against whatever it's rubbing against. So when you're trying to now touch your hair and do your hair, your ends are already like in that state whereby it's weak, it's dry, it starts breaking off. So I would recommend you to tie your hair up. That will help a lot with length retention on your natural curly hair. Now the other one, last but not least, it's drinking a lot of water. You guys, when I started drinking a lot of water, I started seeing that my hair would actually, when I would apply product on my hair, it actually enters into my hair. Compared to back then, you know, my hair now gets moisture. It holds on to moisture for longer. I think it's because of drinking water. Hydration is so important. People just say, I don't like water. I don't like drinking water. But you guys, if you don't drink enough water, your hair is not going to grow. Your hair is actually, our bodies are made up of, is it 70% of water? So you need that water to flush out all the toxins. So you need to drink a lot of water, at least 2 liters a day. 2 liters to 3 liters a day. That will be so good. So please drink up your water, guys, if you want faster hair growth. I'm telling you, when you do this for a month, you start seeing that your hair is growing so much faster. When you drink a lot of water, it will help to actually increase your growth, hey, what am I saying? Just drink more water. The next tip is fix your diet. You become what you eat, all right? When you eat junk, you become junk. That's just life, okay? So please eat a healthy diet. And I would actually recommend you to be eating foods that are rich in protein. Eat your broccoli, eat your spinach, eat greens, your vegetables, apple, banana. So just have a balanced diet on a daily basis. I know that you are not going to be eating healthy from January to December. Hey, if you're like that, child, I really salute you. But of course, on birthdays, you'll be eating cakes and stuff like that. But don't make it your daily diet to always eat sweet stuff. And you have to eat plant-based foods that will give you essential nutrients and vitamins for your hair. You are going to retain a lot of them, because your hair, when it's strengthened, it does not break off. Thank you so much. If you have enjoyed this podcast, please, I want you to let me know that you have watched to the end. If you have watched to the end, oh my goodness, you are my regular watcher. Thank you so much for watching to the end. I really appreciate you so much. And comment down below if you watched to the end, and also like this video, share it to your family and friends. It might help them as well. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and bye for now.